Good morning, everyone. Going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. It's 10:01, the Tuesday, November 10th, 2020, meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission. And we'll start off with the roll call.
Vice Chair Brett Evans.
Present.
Mary Karam. Here. Susan Arthur. Here. Spence Redwine.
Here.
Thank you.
All right. And we'll go ahead and begin the items for individual consideration. Number 4A, receive, hold a report, hold discussion, take action on the minutes from the October 27th, 2020 meeting. Does anyone have any comments, corrections? If not, I'll entertain an order.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion is approved. Next item, item 4B, receive, report, hold discussion, and take action on the preliminary plat of the Brindley addition for the creation of 2 residential infill lots. Mr. Medina.
Is that better? Okay. So this is item 2020-110 MP. When this was initially submitted, our staff believed it to be a minor plat, which we were going to administratively approve. However, there requires a 230-foot extension of sewer along Heron, which is east to west here. And here's the zoning. It's zoned single-family 5. It is located within the residential infill. But since it requires utility extension, we can't deem it a minor plat, so therefore it's a preliminary plat requiring approval from the Planning and Zoning Commission. And once the sewer lines are on the list to be extended, which Public Works has assured me that they are, then I'll come back, we'll sign the plat and get it filed for the applicant so we can subdivide. The purpose for that is we just want to make sure that the property isn't subdivided without having adequate access to utilities. So we're trying to make sure that's the case here, that they're available. So we recommend approval, and I'm present for any questions that you may have.
Any questions of staff? No. Is the applicant here? This is not a public hearing, so any comments or questions among the commission members? None. Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve the preliminary plat of the Brindley addition.
Have a motion?
A second.
And a second by Mr. Redwine. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? None. Motion is approved.
I need to recuse myself from the 421.
Okay. All right. We're going to move on to item 5, the public hearing section. If you wish to speak on this, if you would, please approach the podium and state your name and address for the record, please. Hold on.
I'm Rhonda Bourne, and my address is 421 West Main Street.
I think let me let the city staff, he's going to let Mr. Medina present first, and then we'll open it up for the public hearing. Sorry. And it looks like that Ms. Karam has recused herself from this hearing. Please take note. All right. Mr. Medina, the floor is yours.
Thank you. This is item 5A. Receive a report, hold a discussion, conduct a public hearing, and make a recommendation on a request for approval of a conditional use permit for a bar known as Urban Bourbon, located at 421 West Main, Denison, Texas, 75020, case number 2020-114 CUP. The applicant's requesting a conditional use permit to operate a bar. The comprehensive plan shows this area to be developed as a downtown center, which includes things such as entertainment, activities, amusement, that sort of stuff. Staff recommends approval. This is the subject property here outlined in yellow on the 400 block. It's the building on the left. The one to the right is 419. It's, to be clear, it's the one with the transom windows here on the left. Here's a layout of the proposed bar that we received from the applicant. So you could enter through the front like you normally would. Directly to the right, you'll see some sort of entertainment stage. They do plan on having live music during some events. So I'm going to go through some of my staff report here just to kind of give a little bit of background. The applicant wishes to create a specialty, quote, top shelf bourbon and dessert bar, which will offer live music and craft cocktails. The applicant shows a cigar patio to the rear, which under the current smoking ordinance, that is one of the exceptions where you are allowed to smoke within so many feet of a building if it's on a patio. We think this qualifies as a patio. There will be outdoor seating. The applicant's also pursuing, not at this time, but in a future phase, an outdoor food vendor, maybe a mobile vendor. Visiting the site and looking at aerials, speaking with the applicant, there should be plenty of room to do something like that, kind of like what we see at 1880 Ice House, which has been very successful. They're also going to do some outdoor seating with some decomposed granite to the rear. Again, here's the image of the interior of the bar, or the layout, rather. Just as some additional background and information, the Historic Preservation Board a few months back approved several modifications to include painting, installation of a rear fence with gate, a roll-up metal door for the ice house outlined in yellow, additional signage as well as lighting and other miscellaneous site improvements. So the applicant's been working diligently to really clean up and fix up that site. Let's see, in addition to live entertainment, their business hours are listed in the staff report. Thursday, 4:30 to midnight. Friday through Saturday, 4:30 to 2 a.m. Furthermore, we recommend approval and that the deliveries and any loading and unloading take place along Fannin or North Burnett. If they need to use the alley, we think that's appropriate as long as it's not during trash pickup times. You don't want to be clogging that up. We definitely don't want any deliveries taking place on Main Street, just because, as we saw with some other local businesses, having a large vehicle can cause some congestion. But those are items that are easily addressed. I'm present for any questions that you may have, and as a reminder, this is a public hearing and we recommend approval. Oh, and the applicant is here.
Any questions for staff? Would the applicant like to come speak?
We won't kick you out again.
Would you state your name and address for the record, please?
Rhonda Bourne, 421 West Main,
All
here
right.
in Denison.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for her? It looks like a very nice project.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have any
I
other
don't-
questions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions for us? No. Would anybody else like to speak in favor or in opposition of this request? All right. Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing portion for this matter. Any further comments or discussion among the commission members?
No, sir.
All right, if not, then I'll entertain a motion.
I move to recommend approval of the request for a conditional use permit of a bar at the subject property pending final legal review.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? None. Motion is approved. Thank you. Now we'll move on to item 4B. And Ms. Karam is rejoining us. Item 4B. I'm sorry, 5, sorry, 5B, receive report, hold a discussion, and make a recommendation on a request for approval of a rezone of Lot 4, Block 4, Sunnyside Edition of Denison, Texas, more commonly known as 810 West Coffin Street, from commercial to single-family 5.
Good morning again. This is case number 2020-118Z. The applicant is requesting to rezone the property from commercial to single-family 5 zoning district. The 2018 comprehensive plan shows this area to be developed as a neighborhood. City staff recommends approval. Here's the property here. You can tell in this aerial it's already engaged in a residential use. It is a residential structure, has been leased out as such. The home builder, just to clean up the title and make it easier to transfer and for lenders to get a loan and insure the property, they really need that change to single-family 5. So we recommend approval. Here's the zoning of the property. As you can see, this outlined in yellow, kind of in the center to the bottom here, that's the property currently zoned commercial. Everything around it, to the north, or mostly to the north, and to the west is zoned single-family. And there is some light industrial to the rear. However, going back to this aerial, you can see that it's predominantly developed as residential north and to the west. That industrial area to the south is, I think it's a recycling plant or collection station. Here's a survey of the subject property showing the legal description as well as the one-story residence that's there. So we recommend approval. This is a public hearing, and I'm present for any questions that you may have.
Can I ask you a question?
Any questions of staff?
Yeah, just curiosity, it looks like on the one picture that there's, I don't know if that's accurate or not, where the yellow is on the first map that we have. So is the structure going to stay? And it's just a zoning change or new construction?
That's correct. So the structure will stay there. That outline in yellow more precisely follows the actual property lines.
Okay,
Our map, and you can see it up here too.
that's what I figured, it just
It's-
skewed.
Yeah, it's just kind of canted over a little bit,
Okay,
but the house will stay.
okay, thank you.
Any other questions of staff? All right, thank you. Is there anyone here to speak in favor of this request? Anyone to speak in opposition of this request? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing portion. Any comments, questions among the staff? All right. If not, then I'll entertain a motion. We have a motion? Second for Mr. Redwine. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? None. Motion is approved. And again, what date is that city council meeting, Bill?
Do we need to add?
It'll be next Monday, the 16th.
Monday the 6th. Okay, so these past two items will go to the Monday, November 16th council meeting.
Do we need to add for legal review on that last one?
No, the reason that the pending final legal review was on the first CUP or the first public hearing is we're waiting for the survey to come in.
Okay.
Most surveyors, which is a good thing, they're very busy right now. So there's just a few weeks out.
So that's not a problem?
No, ma'am, we checked with our legal team and I talked with Judd. We're just gonna accept that after.
Any staff updates today? That's it? All right, then I'll entertain a motion to close the meeting.
I
Make
move
a motion.
adjourn.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I I got it all out.
There you go. And I second that.
Motion by Ms. Karam, second by Mr. Redwine. All those in favor? Aye. Meeting is adjourned at 10:16 a.m.
Thank you, everyone.